Allie from Allie's Best, and today, for the first time ever, I am going to make challah from scratch. Here in California, the whole state is in a shelter-in-place order, so I'm not leaving. And while that's not super new for me, because I've been home with a newborn and now an infant, I am getting bored. So I decided to do something totally out of my wheelhouse, which is baking. Generally speaking, I hate baking because I dislike following directions, I dislike measuring, and my understanding of baking is that's like the two big deals. Okay, so this recipe says you need, well, I'll leave the link below, but I'm pretty sure I have everything. I have a stand mixer, good. What's a bench scraper? Oh, you can use a sharp knife, okay. Baking sheet, parchment paper. Ah, we do. We do, Baba May! Okay, so to make this, you need to use yeast. And I don't know that I've actually ever used yeast, but I've seen people use yeast. I am very intimidated by this. Step 1, dissolve the yeast. Dissolve the yeast. Clearly, I don't know that I've ever used this. Oh my God. I'm stressing. Can you tell? It's fine. Okay. Dissolve the yeast. How do I open the yeast? Yeast packet. In. Oh, I see a bubble. What does that mean? A healthy pinch. That seemed like a lot, but it was a healthy pinch. You're not gonna give me a measurement, then I'm not gonna measure. Do I stir? Stir. I stir. Guys, this is so exciting! Why is there a big clump? Why is there a big clump? Look at it. Is it supposed to do that? It's probably not supposed to do that. Phoning a friend. Phoning a friend. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm trying to make challah, but I've never used yeast before.
What kind of yeast do you have? Instant or active dry?
Active dry. So I put it in this bowl.
Yeah.
And it's clumping.
Yeah.
That's normal?
Yeah. How long has it been in there for?
Like a minute. 2.
Did you put any sugar in it?
Yes.
How warm was your water?
I put my finger in it and it was warm, but it wasn't hot.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so the clumping is normal.
Yeah, so the clumping means that it's being activated. Yeast is not a sensitive thing. So active dry yeast you can use for like 1,000 years. It's like hard to kill. It's super commercialized. Honestly, like it's not going to be a problem.
Okay. My friend Emily said she's been making bread this whole, well, she bakes, and she's been using quarantine to bake a lot of bread. So I'm just gonna let that hang out longer, and let's go to our next step, Bowie May. Mix the dry ingredients. Okay, that seems easy. Now it's time for measuring. Okay, let's start with sugar then. Better idea. Sugar in. Okay. Flour. 4 to 4.5 cups. Does that include kneading? I'm gonna go get the big actual cup. Salt? Salt. How much salt? 2 teaspoons. This is half a teaspoon, which means we need 4 of these. Because I understand fractions. Multiplying fractions is cool. None of my students are at school, which is sad, but it's healthy. It's healthy. All right, this is all in here now. What? Add the eggs, yolk, and oil. 2 whole eggs and 1 yolk. 1 egg. 2 eggs. I broke the yolk on this one. How do you split an egg? How do you... Oh, I think I know. I think I remember. Except that I like don't have a whole shell on this side. And then I reserved the white for the egg wash. 1/4 cup neutral oil. So far this doesn't seem so hard. And it looks like the yeast is getting frothy or foamy. I'm probably feeling a lot of super duper undeserved pride right now because this isn't even close to baking and I'm feeling really, really good. Okay, so the eggs are in the well. The yeast is getting foamy over there. The baby's getting fussy over here. Here you go. Yeah. And, okay, so I think it says, so I'm just gonna mix this until it forms a shaggy dough. Shaggy dough. Shaggy dough. I don't know that I know what that means. And then this looks foamy. So then I'm just gonna pour. That dough came together super quick. So I have no interest in eating my hand. And it seems that I can use my dough hook attachment to do this. I think we're gonna knead this by hand. It's so sticky. There's something that creeps me out about dough, I think. It's like almost a little lifelike, like a squid. I'm probably ending up adding like way too much flour, but I don't know what else to do. Oops. I know that's too much flour. We got a bowl. I have oil. Putting oil in the bowl. I'm rubbing oil all around the bowl, considering that I may have added too much oil. Oil on the top of that, even though I don't think I'm supposed to, and dumping it in. And I'm gonna toss this just in our oven with the light on, which is something I learned from my friend, Emily. So it has been 2 hours, and now we're gonna see what the challah looks like and braid it. I do not know what I'm doing. So I roughly cut the dough into thirds and just turning these into long snaky things. I have not found this particularly enjoyable. I do not really understand why anyone does this for a hobby, but I'm trying something new. So it was right about here where my frustration really hit a peak. I realized that the strands were the right sizes and they weren't matching up, and I just wasn't having that much fun. So I kind of rushed through this without a lot of talking. When it came to braiding, it's hard to describe braiding when you've been doing it for a long time, but it's just like braiding hair. And so I braided all the way down the challah. I basically like chunked the top together without really braiding it, just had them stick together. Then braided all the way down the challah. And when I got to the bottom of the challah and I couldn't braid anymore, I sort of tucked the end under, and then I went back to the top, unstuck everything, and then re-braided the top of the challah, matching the pattern I had already created, and then tucking the ends under. Supposed to sprinkle it with flour. So I'm going to put it back in the oven to rise. Alright, so I have my egg whites right here. I'm going to add a little bit of water, mix them up, and paint them on. Just wait until the oven's preheated and then we put it in. Let me show you what it looks like. There is the challah. Looks extra wet because I just put the egg wash on it. But I'm excited. I'm in a better mood now the baby is sleeping. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out. I'm watching the end of the circle. The baby is playing. And despite the fact that I had a tantrum earlier about all this bread stuff, it is smelling good in this house. Like, it smells good, like freshly baked bread. Could we have done it? I don't know. I don't want to get like overly hyped and like overly excited. But if it's good, that would be so much fun. I totally forgot to prep other stuff for dinner. So we're having bread. Oh my God, you guys. I made a challah. It looks so good. It has been about 2 hours since I made the challah. We are cutting into it. And it looks pretty good. Oh, the texture looks good. The texture looks good. Okay. I want to taste it. I'm so excited. This is yummy bread. I did it. Guys, I made challah for the first time. I'm not a baker. And it's like came out good, decent, more than decent. I'm so excited. If you like me trying things for the first time, Judaism, motherhood, DIY, all that kind of stuff, make sure you like this video and subscribe below. It's a red button. And I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.